Hello friends, good day. Today let's explore Docker. Docker is one of the most powerful tools in the DevOps and development world. Okay. So today we will try to cover the following topics step by step. What is Docker? How to install Docker on Ubuntu? A simple file and Python calculator. To test the Docker we need a simple code, right? So for that I am using Python simple calculator, and then we need to build the Docker image and push the image to Docker Hub, and then delete the existing image from your local system, and let's pull from the Docker Hub directly and run the image. To start this we need to get Docker installed in our local system. For installing Docker, we have the documents. See, docs.docker is there. I am following this. So we need to just copy and paste this. Initially, we need to go for the repository update and then latest version update, and then we need to verify it. Okay. So I'm just opening my terminal. Let me go to sudo. Okay. So in the meantime, let's see what is Docker. So Docker is a tool. Okay. So Docker is a tool that lets you package an app with everything it needs: code, libraries, environment into one container. Okay. The container runs the same everywhere. Like we can run the same container in our laptop, and we can run it in any cloud platforms, GCP or Azure or wherever, or in someone else's machine also. Before Docker, we usually, for running a Python file, we have to install a Python, we need to install this pip and libraries, those things and all manually we need to do. But once Docker comes, all the problems got solved. Okay, so everything is pre-installed inside the container, and just we need to run and go. Okay, so the repository part is done. Let me check the next one. We'll go for installation now. Okay, so total it is 444 MB. Let's wait for some time to get installed. Okay, so installation part is done now. Let's see Docker. So version 28 is installed, and let's see if any images exist there. Okay, there is no image existing. As per the document, they have mentioned. Okay, so docker.com has given sudo docker run hello world. So this is just to test whether our Docker is installed. Docker is working fine. Let me run this. We don't have locally, and the system will download from the Docker Hub and it will get installed. There. So this is working. So the installed Docker is working. See, we can see hello from Docker. Okay. So the next step is what we are going to Dockerize. That we need to check, right? So that's what I mentioned here. So installation is completed. A simple Python file, and Python calculator, right? So that let's go to VS Code. I already have in my GitHub repository. See, I have this file. So let me copy this. So let's navigate to desktop. I'm creating one folder, mkdir docker June. That's all. So let me go into that folder, Docker June. Okay. Then let's clone here. Okay. So I'm cloning that files here. So Docker June inside, I can see ls. If I put ls, there is a folder Docker 2025. So we can see here also, I can just show open folder, desktop, Docker June, Docker 25. Okay, see the folder is existing. Let me open this Docker June folder. See here the files came inside the Docker file. This is the Docker file which I am going to use. This is a Python file. Okay, so Python file is very simple. I am just getting input of two numbers. Okay, I'm getting first number and second number and what operation I need, and saying this OP. Okay, so then final result is printing. It is just a simple calculator doing plus, minus, multiplication and division. Okay. And the Docker file, a base image I am using here, and work directory app is the I am setting the working directory inside the container, and copy main.py is copying the Python file from our computer into the container. Okay. The next point is entry point. Entry point is the one. So whenever the container starts, this entry point will start executing the main.py file. Okay. What is the folder? Docker June. Yeah. It's Docker 25. Okay. So we can see both the files are existing, Docker file and main.py file. So these both are needed. Okay, already as I mentioned, these two files are needed to build the Docker file. Okay, now we have the simple Python file is ready and the Docker configuration file is ready. Okay, so now let us build this thing. So to build this, so before building, let me check how many images are existing. Okay, there is only one image now. Let me build this Docker build -t. As I mentioned already, I am going to finally push this to my Docker hub. Okay, so let me give from the beginning itself my hub name, Docker hub name, and the name I can mention is pycaclc. Okay, Python calculation colon 1.0. Okay, and space dot. It's an argument I'm passing. So now the Docker build is in progress. So based on our internet speed, it will take some little bit time. Yeah, good. So the Docker build is done. Anyhow, let us verify whether it is working or not. Docker run rm hit yeah, it is asking for a first number. For example, I am putting 20. Operations, that is we declared as a OP, right? So operation I am mentioning into 20 into 2, and result is 40. So this is a very simple program. This is running inside the Docker. Whatever the image we build is working. Now let us push this image to Docker hub. For that I need to log in first. I need to log in and authenticate. So Docker login. So login is succeeded. Okay, the reason is already I have logged in earlier. Okay, so see here I have logged in earlier. That's why it showed like this. Yeah. So this is my repository. And I completed a verification sometime back itself. That is why this is the previous Docker file which I built. See Docker images. See here we have the repository dbdeva/pycalc. Okay, I'm going to push that. Docker push the name calc 1.0. Okay, so the push is in progress. This is also same based on our internet speed. It will take some time. This is done. Okay, so this is done. Let me go and check this Docker Hub. Okay, I'm just refreshing here. See, the simple calculator Python file which we built in our local machine, so we pushed it, right? So the same file is existing in this Docker Hub. Now it is available here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, let's see whether it is working fine. For that, right, what I'm planning is I am going to remove from a local. Okay, local means as I mentioned, see Docker images, it is there, right? So let's try to remove this Docker image rm and this 1.0. Okay, so it is deleted. If you see here, Docker images, see only hello world is existing now. Okay, now I am going to try running this now. Docker run. So there is no local image inside. Okay, Docker run rm -it. Comes in 1.0. See, there is no image locally. Okay, so what is going to do is it is pulling from the repository now, Docker Hub. So it is downloaded and our simple Python program started working. See, it is asking first number. First number I am giving 5. What I want to do is multiplication into, then 5, 25. Okay, so this is how we need to do this Docker build and Docker push like this. Okay, and in this example I have shown you the files, the Python file and the Docker file which we got from GitHub. We can also build it from our end. Okay, so I'll show you that. To perform that, right, let me go back to one other folder. Let's do, so here what we need is 2 files. We need main dot Python file we use, right? So I'm going to use the same thing. I'm creating a file now, vi main.py. Okay, so here it's editing and I'm a = I'm just putting a simple calculator int of 1, b = int of 18, c = a plus b, print result is that's all. It's a very simple Python. Okay, 1 plus 18, answer will be 19. That's all. So let me save this. File saved. So Python file is ready. Now we need to prepare Dockerfile. Insert from Python 3.12 is okay. 3.12. Okay, same I need to put. working directory we need to mention work directory app. Okay, and then next one we need to say copy this Python file main.py to the Docker file, Docker folder. Okay, copy, and whenever this container starts, we need to assign the entry point. Entry point. Python / app main.py. Let me check. Okay, I put this space. Okay, fine. So let me save this. Save. Okay, to perform, let's see whether the files are existing correctly. Yeah, so main.py.test, those things are there. I don't want other files and all. Docker25 test and all I don't want. Let me remove that. Okay, actually I have created a folder test, but I have copied and I have created files in Docker June folder itself. Okay, I have cleared those old files, so only these two things are existing now. Okay, now let's try to build this. Docker build -t I'm just giving a name Python 1 space dot to build. Yeah, it is building. Okay, so this activity is done. Let's see images now. Docker. So yeah, we have Python 1 now. Let's try to run this Docker. Docker run -rm Python 1. Yeah, so the answer is coming. Let me clear the screen. So if we see this Docker run, right, see the result is 19. Okay. Hey guys, thanks for watching. In this video, we explored two simple ways to Dockerize a Python app. One from my GitHub repo and another directly using the terminal. This video is part of my own learning journey and I hope it helps you revise and stay updated along with me. Let's keep learning together. Let's meet next weekend. Thank you. Bye.